There's something that's been on my mind recently, and I would like to share it with you. There are some of us who God has called and given some specific assignments. Some of us that God has handpicked you and has given you a specific assignment in His grand scheme of things. You know that there is something God wants you to do. There is a particular life that God wants you to live. There is a particular office that God wants you to occupy in His vineyard, to do some things for Him in one way or the other. And sometimes, maybe you know some other person, you know a contemporary who is living their own life, or some of your contemporaries that are living their own lives, doing their own things. And somehow it feels sometimes that they are prospering and getting some things that you are not getting. And you feel, once in a while, you feel like, if I were doing this, if I were doing my own thing, I would be here, I would be there, I would be achieving this, I'll be achieving that. You feel like that sometimes. That happens to almost every one of us. Yeah, that's the truth. Every one of us feel that, at least had felt that at one point or the other. So it is not a bad thing that you feel like that. But I've come to let you know that where you are, if God has called you to occupy a position for Him, God has called you to serve in a certain capacity for Him, then you are in a place of honor. You are in a position of honor, a position of glory. I don't think that there is anybody who is serving in the presidency of his country, of his nation, that will be envious of some regular business guy that is doing his own business somewhere, maybe because the guy is making one or two, is getting some results here and there. There is no comparison to the positions that they both occupy. The person that is serving in the presidency is occupying a position of national honor, while the person that is doing his personal business is just doing his personal thing, and sometimes nobody even know him. Nobody knows him. He might not. It would take him the kind of places that the person that's working in the presidency can enter. That person cannot enter with any, the level of honor he has. So something happened to me a while ago. My father in the Lord, Pastor David Obueli, was supposed to attend a function. A group of persons that wanted to recognize him for some of the work he had done, organized an award ceremony, and they called him to receive the award. And for some reason, he wasn't around, he wasn't available. And he called me and told me to go represent him in that function and take that award for him. And I went. When I arrived there, what I noticed was that the way I was treated in that trip was different from the way I'd been treated at other trips there. When I arrived there, they treated me they gave me some level of treatment that at some point I felt uncomfortable. People were everywhere, running around doing things for me, treating me like some VIP. And I knew on a normal day that's not how they would treat me. And along the line, I started getting uncomfortable. And I called the host. I asked him, please, can you put tone down? You're making me uncomfortable. Just be normal with me, please. Don't, all these things is making me uncomfortable. And he said something to me that made a lot of sense to me, that taught me a huge lesson. He said to me, as long as you are in this place now, as long as this trip is concerned, it is not you that is here. He said the person here is Pastor David Obueli, the person that sent you. So he said the way we would treat him if he were here in person is the way we are treating you, because you represent him on this trip. So he said whenever you come alone, whenever you come on your own agenda, then we can treat you the way you want us to treat you. We can treat you the way we would normally want to treat you. But as long as this particular trip is concerned, we are giving you Pastor David Obueli's treatment. And it made a huge sense to me. It made huge meaning to me. So the only reason I was enjoying what I was enjoying at that time, that level of honor, that level of, treatment, was because I was in an assignment. I was given an assignment and I was working in it. So the honor that would have been given to, I was at that point sharing in Pastor David Ogbeli's honor because I was in his assignment. So that is how it is when we are working with God, when we are working in God's vineyard. When you are working in God's assignment, God puts his honor on you. The reason God will put his honor on you, the reason God will put his glory on you, the reason God will put his authority on a man, so that you can speak a word and it will come to pass as if God spoke it. So that you can bind on it and it will bound in heaven. So that you can stand and do, and God would honor your presence in some dramatic ways, in some very, very special ways. Is because you are walking in his vineyard. You are walking in his assignment. So don't in any way, don't at any point feel like you are less because you are serving God. Don't let anything around you make you think that you are less. Do you know what it means for the God of all the earth, the creator of the ends of the earth, the maker of the entire universe, to call you, single you out of all the billions of people on earth? And he singled you out and called you to serve his purpose, called you to serve his will, called you to play a particular role in his grand scheme of things. Is a huge honor. There is no honor that can be compared to it. There is no silver nor gold anywhere that can be compared to it. The honor is huge, bigger than anything anybody can offer you. But then, even to add to that, Bible says in the book of Mark, chapter 10, that nobody that has abandoned father, mother, land, anything to serve me, that will not receive 100-fold in this earth and then in the life to come. So apart from the glory, apart from the honor, apart from the authority and all that, all those spiritual arsenals that God makes available to you because you are in a service, here on earth, Bible says that God is going to give you 100-fold of anything that any human being deserves. So if you are in God's service, keep serving. Serve with all your heart. Give him your best. Bible says, whatever your hands find it to do, do it with all your might. Serve with everything you've got. Serve with the excellence of, the highest level of excellence you can muster. Serve with the highest level of commitment you can muster. And as you do it, you will see God carry you from glory to glory. Where God will take you to, you will realize that no matter the kind of thing you were doing for yourself, you would never have been able to attain that height by yourself. So God will put his glory on you because you are serving. God will put his honor on you because you are serving. God will put his authority on you because you are serving. So keep serving. Stay in that place that God has called you to occupy. Whether it's in your local church, whether it's in a special assignment that God has given you, whatever it is that God has called you to do, stay in that place and keep doing it. And as you keep doing it, that assignment will determine the fulfillment of your life. That assignment will determine your rising. That assignment will determine all everything that anybody can ever desire will come to you in that place of your assignment. Everything, when God created Adam, the reason God gave him everything he gave him is because he gave him an assignment. That assignment is what made him have all the things that God made available, because God gave him an assignment. So that assignment is the key to everything that you would ever require, ever desire in life. So stay on it, keep doing it, serve with all your heart, do it with everything in you, and God will bring you to a place that it will be clear to everyone that you made the right choice to serve God. Remain blessed. See you next time.